Rightio, the four-wheel drive podcast with me old mate Ronny Duggo.
G'day, mate.
How are you, mate? Good to see you.
I'm good.
It's been a while.
Yeah, how are
been
you?
Stuck with Jaden and you.
So have I.
How are you, mate?
I'm good.
I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, I'm very good. It's been like 5 weeks or something.
I think since we've all been in the room, it's been 5 episodes. Has it been 5 episodes?
I think
It's been 5 episodes, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
That is crazy because time has just flown by. Because it doesn't feel. Now I'm sitting here next to you looking at you. It doesn't feel like 5 weeks.
You
But
want
we-
another break?
from Ronnie.
I was actually a bit worried about coming in the week where I stitched you up there with that phone call.
Oh, yeah. You actually had me right at the start. And then I was like, this guy's taking the mickey too much out of Ford Rangers to not know me. And then I didn't actually think it was you at first. I was like, this is someone else, like taking
Yeah.
the piss. And then, yeah, that was very good by you. Southern River Band, Let It Ride. They're still bringing us in, Ronnie. You might have forgotten, but they're still with us. Forward Drive Podcast on Instagram, all the episodes over at BackChat's YouTube. Patreons or patrons who are on
what are
the
we at?
Patreon platform, thank you.
Yeah. Doing well over there.
Well, that's
A lot of
good.
fans.
I'm enjoying being on that, and I'm getting better, I think, at being used to being on it and communicating.
Yeah,
a
I
bit
see
more
that
often.
you're using it for advice now and like
Yeah,
recommendations.
yeah.
Which is good.
I asked about a fridge the other day because I'm looking for because my fridge, the big Dometic fridge that I've got,
Yeah.
is acting as a freezer at home because of
The whole
my
Renault
false
thing.
kitchen.
Yep.
So I need a little fridge to take away. 'Cause, you know,
Off your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was throwing it out there to see if anyone had some issues with a certain brand.
Well, because I handed something back, which we'll talk about later, I've got a spare 40 if you want to borrow it.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, just grab that.
When you say borrow, do you mean like have forever?
Borrow until the fleet increases again. Then that could be any time, you know. Who knows?
That could be any time with you. I was actually expecting to see you in a new car today.
Oh, no.
But we did mention on the pod last week. There's my first.
Ooh, big night,
I
mate.
don't have a throat issue. I did. What was I going to say? This is the first.
Here we
thing.
go.
So let's just bring the people in. I've had a rough night's sleep. All right.
And coming off a Bucks night.
Coming off a Bucks weekend, which I haven't exactly had a good sleep since, and I may struggle through this session today because we did start at 6.
I think everyone wants to know, was there a tiger in the bathroom?
There was not a tiger in the bathroom.
Any new tattoos?
I don't think so. I haven't done a full-scale check yet, but I don't think there is.
Any missing teeth?
Nah, I was all good. Eyebrows all good. I got looked after probably. It was just 2 big nights, and it was great fun. I had a ball, so it was good.
Nice. You came off good then.
Yeah. You know, it was just like I walked away very happy with my time away with my mates. And, and no broken ribs, no shaved eyebrows, no nothing like that. So I'm all good.
Yeah, well, you've done better than some other people then.
But no, it was good fun. But I was surprised to not see another car, and that's where I was going with this. The amount of love for the 76 because we just can't get you out of it. That's what I was going to.
Yeah.
How good was that by me?
Yeah, that was good.
I just
Good comeback. You came
nice
back
little
around to
wedge.
it. You got it.
Found
Yeah.
it in the back of the brain there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. Like it's done nearly 22,000 Ks, but I haven't driven it much of late because when I went to the Pilbara, I was driving the Ineos.
Yeah, true.
90% of the time. There were some hectic sections of the track where Chris wasn't too comfortable driving the car up because there was a risk of
Yep.
tipping it over or something,
Yep.
taking a wrong line or breaking an axle. So I was driving the Ineos most of the time, apart from the last weekend where I took the girls out, or last week, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. That was good.
That was back in 76. And where was that trip to?
So we went out to the Outback, out towards Karara range.
Right.
So kind of in that corridor. And that video I sent you boys, that was just before things got a bit tight.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It just hadn't been driven in a while.
Well, the track was on the map, and it was even marked on signs and everything.
Oh, right.
And it just got narrower and narrower and narrower. But because I saw the signs, I was like, nah, it's gonna open up again. Nope. I got the axe out, then I got the chainsaw out,
Oh, shit.
and I was laying into the bushes. It's like 33 degrees, just trying to just trim. At one point, had to have the drone in the air to see where the hell I was,
Really?
where the track was. It was so hard to see. It was following a fence line, but the fence kind of wasn't there in some areas.
Yeah, right.
It's like, wow, where's this going? And ended up at a bit of a dead end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was a train track blocking where the track used to go. So
And a train track that's still in operation?
yes,
Oh, right.
yeah, a mining train track. Yeah, we saw the train. We thought it was a road train, but it was an actual train.
Yeah, right.
And then my eldest daughter says, "Have you just taken us to a train track? Are you sure there's even a road there?" I was like, "Yeah, there's a road there." We got there. We could see the road. There's a train track.
And no crossing.
No crossing.
As in, like, wasn't even anywhere to just jump. Like, it's a proper...
Well, we went down one way, down the other way, met with bushes.
Normally they give you...
Yeah, well, normally they do, but
Yeah.
but this track hadn't been used in
It was
years,
obviously-
man.
Yeah, right.
So
How'd the wrap hold up?
the wrap held up really good, like incredible.
Yeah,
Have a look after the podcast. You know, like when you pick up a piece of wood and you get a splinter in your finger.
Yeah.
That's what it has in a few spots.
Yeah.
So I need to get some tweezers out. I'm not kidding, and then
And
pull
just
it.
pull.
Yeah, because it's kind of healed itself over some of
Oh,
it.
right.
And it's only because you won't notice it, but you will now because I said it. But it's like, yeah, it is incredible.
Yeah, right. So it's
Like-
almost like swallowed bits of the...
Yeah, a little bit. That's where I actually broke sticks. So
Right.
you got to a point where I was like, you know, I'm done. Brrr, just drove.
Yeah, right.
You know, so instead of getting rid of those branches you normally would, I just drove. And I was like, that's definitely going to go through the wrap. And then I hopped out and had a look, and nah. Yeah, it was just exhausting. Like, it got to the point where I was like, nah, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's interesting. There's good... I was going to say there's good raps on the wrap.
No,
But everyone there actually is from everyone.
it is good wraps on a wrap, I'm telling you. And my mate Chris, with the troopy,
Yeah.
he just wrapped his car
Yeah, right.
in a gloss wrap.
And is he wrapped with it?
He is super wrapped. He is super wrapped.
How's that coming along?
Yeah, good. So much. It's actually happening right now. You know, like he's got this guy doing the electrical.
Yep.
This guy, he's like next level on like just doing neatness.
Right.
You know, so I'm keen to see his electrical job to see what that comes up as. The guy's a full drive trainer, but he used to be a Sparky.
Okay.
So he's like a auto
Yep.
Sparky.
Yep.
And this guy, he's real down the line, like he's by the book, you know. So he is perfect person to do the electrics on that car.
Yep. Yeah, righto.
All the fit outs done. Trying to get him some tires, or he's trying to get tires before we leave because we're going to do the Connie Sue Highway.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just still waiting for our final permits to come through. Got to
Yep.
get filming permits and
Oh,
etc.
yeah, true. Yep.
And then just access permits, but we already had them. I just have to change the dates.
Yep.
Yeah, and he got the rap on because he looked up the Connie Sue and he saw some cars that were just like pushing bushes basically because
Yeah,
it
right.
really grows in. And he was like, "Oh man, my bloopy, you know, dark blue troopy."
Yeah.
You know, I said, "Man, you got to get that wrap on it." And he went and saw the guys at Mad Inc. Got his car.
Yeah, the bloopy would be ripped to shreds with that colour, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I tried to talk him into going to stealth, but he went to gloss.
Right.
But yeah, they're all kind of saying this is a classic Land Cruiser blue colour.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet since it's been wrapped because he literally picked it up yesterday. So keen
right.
to see it. I'll see it soon. Yeah, I think he's getting a bull bar.
I'll be able to
sorted
see it
and
soon too.
everything.
So
Yeah, you will
Because
actually.
you stalk him.
yeah, I know really.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that yet though, unless you told him.
No, I told him.
Well,
Oh, okay. Is it what tires has he put on it? Has he gone like?
He's got skinnies on it, and
Oh right.
I encourage him to stay with the skinnies, but go with a tire that's like a proper all-terrain.
Yeah. Okay.
So that specific size I look for in Maxes. He can't get it in the Maxes, but there was a few other brands that he can get it.
Why skinny?
Well, to keep that narrow wheel track, because he doesn't have flares on the Troopy.
Right.
So he wants to keep the tyres within. Now, the Troopy already has 33-inch tyres.
Oh, okay.
So that's why this car, this new 70, it's amazing on 33s. So was the V8 though. The V8 was amazing on 33s too. You go to 35s, you're pushing it a little bit, but you're not pushing it that much compared to any other car. So it suits the tyre. Putting a 37-inch tyre on a 70 series is like putting a 35-inch tyre on, say, a Hilux or a Ranger.
Yeah.
That's kind of the gearing that we're talking about. So putting a 35 on a 70 series, it's just it behaves really well.
Yeah.
But he's like going with the skinny tire, but it just needs to be the carcass needs to be stronger. It needs to have more ply. It needs to be more puncture resistance, because out there we just he's only got one spare. I've only got one spare. So
Yeah. That's I don't want to say it, but you've just said that you've only got one spare and he's only got one spare. I really hope you don't need more than just that.
well, that's just plugs. We just plug the shit out. of it.
But would make for a good video.
Oh yeah. That's what a plug-in kit's for, and that's why I carry like 20 to 30 plugs.
Yeah, right.
So
I can imagine, like, the 3-legged races where you tie the one leg together.
Oh,
to
yeah,
imagine the two 70 new 70 series like
joint
tied up, and they're just moving along together on 6 wheels, not 8.
we could always just weight it, so it's like put all the weight in that opposite corner, right? Surely that'll work.
Jeez, going all everywhere here today.
Nah, but there's plenty of spin effects. There's plenty of stuff out there just to get you out.
Yeah, that's more confidence than I. I'd do the same. I'd only have one spare tyre, but I just wouldn't back myself to get in. That's probably where I'm staying.
Yeah. Like the thing is, like, if we get the proper tyres, like I trust the tyres I have.
Yeah.
And that's why if you're confident that you can go somewhere with just one spare, then you have a tyre that makes you confident.
Yeah.
If that's the tyre you're comfortable with, just that peace of mind means much more than having a situation of doing 2 tyres.
Yep.
And if you've got a plug-in kit with you, 9 times out of 10 you'll get out just with that plug-in kit.
Yeah.
You're just going to be inconvenienced once you get out, and you're going to do highway speeds, and you might not trust that plug.
Yeah.
But I have driven on plugs, sidewall plugs, 50,000 Ks by accident. I did a tyre, but then at some stage when it rotated, because it was on the inside, I'd forgotten about it. And, like almost a year later, I noticed, oh shit, I've been driving on this plug tyre the whole time, and lots of people do it. Don't encourage doing it, but lots of people have done it.
Yes, I suppose when I'm thinking about going on a trip like that, and especially if there's 2 cars on, 2-3 cars, or if you're by yourself potentially, because some people do that too.
Yeah.
That the importance of actually having a sat phone. So you've got your 30 plugs and you plug away until you can, but if something goes wrong, have your sat phone or your ePerb or something like that. And we've spoken about that on previous episodes way back. But
you know what though? It's good you brought that up, because sat phone, mine's a brick now. I may have mentioned this before on the podcast.
Yeah, you have said that, yeah.
The satellite bloody fell out of the sky or whatever, right? So mine's a brick. Have I bought another one? Nah, because my phone, it's not guaranteed everywhere, but it's got that satellite SOS.
Yeah.
And word has it, Telstra is signing up with Starlink
Righto.
in 2025, which means that if you get the new iPhone 17, I think it is,
Right.
maybe even the 16, it's prepared for satellite communication.
Oh, right.
So it just links up to that. There you go.
Impressive.
Starlink on your phone.
It was only a matter of time, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Better touch on old mate over here. Haven't really said g'day. Sorry, mate.
Jay.
You're right, mate.
How are you?
I'm off today.
You're off. Yeah.
I'm almost having a
You've
break.
finally got your wish again.
I know. I'm out.
He
Done.
was good at it. He was good at the being on this side.
Yeah,
But he didn't love it.
No, I could tell he perhaps didn't love it, but like after like about 10 minutes, then he was in.
He settled in.
He settled in.
He was
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
It takes a bit of time.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing.
Well,
No, when you
Doing
gotta
what
keep-
you boys do. So
Well,
congrats. well
I
done.
think Duggo's situation's not easy because you gotta stick to a plan. I'm very bad at sticking to plans.
Well, I feel like because I reflected on maybe the first 50 episodes of the podcast and what we did, and we were very topical through the first 50. We had something that we'd talk about.
Yeah,
structure,
yeah,
and just, or we'd talk about tyres, or we'd talk about sand or mud, but now it's kind of just like
Now we just talk
see
shit.
where it goes, and it's probably more enjoyable just to sort of do that and have a chat and take a yarn,
100%.
which is why like, this isn't
Yeah.
hard at all. It's just like you're just chatting away.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at that since we started. I look at it because it actually went dark. I had to touch it again to get it back up. But I do want to, Jaden's going away camping soon.
Yes.
So we're recording on a Tuesday, not a Wednesday, because
Yes, because I'm away.
yeah. And where are you going?
Be
I
away.
just don't know where you're going.
So I've got two kind of in mind, like Lucky Bay shacks in Yalabathara.
Yep.
Or Bottle Bay in
Oh.
Shark Bay. And then Ronnie gave me some ideas as well on the other.
What's your thoughts
Island.
on false entrance and Shelter Bay?
Yeah, so those were the other options you gave me yesterday. Could end up there. I think I'm just going to get in the car, go, and then see how I feel when I get
Nice. It's
there. To
exciting.
be honest, yeah.
It's a shame
too
Tamala still is shut, but they might be coming back on in a year or two. It says on the website. They got shut down by the local in Denham. They got together and this is what I heard and shut them down because now they need some kind of Indigenous license to operate as a caravan park to have people stay there.
In Tamala.
Yeah, Tamala. So they've been applying for it, but it's been made a little bit difficult for them. So I
Right.
hear, and it's all because the local caravan parks are greedy. They want more business, but honestly, Tamala, they can't actually. Their capacity is not that huge,
Right.
and there's that many people camping these days since COVID started. Just fucking let them open up for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, right.
You know, just
Wow,
it's bullshit. Yeah, greed.
Okay.
Greed.
I've not
Yeah.
heard of that.
Who are you going with?
Mrs. It's her birthday on Friday.
Oh, hey,
So-
that's cool.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
So when this episode comes out, it actually will be her birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Happy birthday
Should we sing it?
to
Yeah.
you.
Guys,
Happy birthday.
We'll let Jaden sing it.
I'll sing it on Friday.
Special rendition.
Yeah, special.
You're gonna do the happy birthday, Mrs. President.
Oh, gee. No one
Yeah.
wants that. No one wants that.
do.
Not even court wants that. All right.
So, have you decided? Are you going to do multiple places? How many days?
It'll be Thursday morning till Sunday night. Sunday arvo, basically.
Okay.
So I've got 4 days.
So you kind of want to just go to one locality then, eh?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking just park up on one spot. Specifically thinking the beach. Because she loves to swim, loves to snorkel. So anything like that would just be
Has she been to Bottle Bay?
perfect. We haven't been to Bottle Bay, but we've been in that that area. We just haven't gone as far as Bottle Bay.
So out of the places you mentioned, two best spots to snorkel out of those two. One is Horrocks because if you can get the camp down by that reef, you know that reef,
Yeah.
that's awesome. The other spot is Bottle Bay. So when we were there with the 76, there were heaps of people that came down in a tour bus and they were snorkeling. So it's great snorkeling right there, but it's also be beautiful, warm, you know. And once you got salt water on you, the flies don't go near you.
See, that is what I want to hear. I don't want flies, mate.
Well, you're going to get some
you're gonna
flies,
get
but it's not too bad.
I don't mind the flies too much, but I know court's it's gonna drive me mad.
Yeah. Have you got we'll bring plenty of string and champagne bottles because then tie them to your hat.
Oh, Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. A few corks.
Yeah. You may look like someone from a trailer park, but hey, you got no flies in your head. I still got to make one of those hats. The problem is
I'm surprised you
I've
don't
gone
have
dry.
one. How do you not have one?
Well, because I just put up with them. So when I went with the kids, I don't swap flies at all because then I take most of them, and I don't really care.
Oh, and then the kids don't get them.
They get
What
a
a
lot less.
father.
They get a lot less.
That's great.
Yeah, but the thing for me is I can handle as soon as there's like more than 10 flies, I'm good. Less than 10 flies, that gives me the shit because it's not consistent enough for me to go, oh, cool, that's whatever it is. It's just a flying beard, you know?
Flying beard.
Sorry, boys, I just spilt some water straight over the nipple.
See, we leave you alone for 2 minutes, mate.
That's a bit awkward. All right. Should we get a quick on the radar? Normally that's right at the start, but we're
Yeah, you want to do a quick on the radar?
Oh, shit,
it's
yeah.
a
we
real
forgot
quick
about
on the radar
Yep.
because it's about us taking a break on the 18th of October.
that. Are we?
From the 18th of October, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we know you took a break for the last 4 weeks. We're going to give you another one, mate.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be in the, I'll be
Ronnie's
in
not taking a break. You and me are, Duggo. Ronnie's going to be in here
Ronnie-
6 a.m. Wednesday mornings by himself.
oh, shit.
working
Setting up.
those hours back.
I'll be in the desert on the 18th.
Yeah, you're actually... I know you've been away from the show here, but you actually have been out giving us something to come back and talk about.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like this, why that's why it's great. Jaden's going away this weekend because we get to see the photo. Or maybe Jaden can take another Nomads photo for us. The Outback Nomads.
Oh.
Could do that.
Maybe that's your challenge from
try
us
that.
for this week.
Yeah.
I'll come back with
Great
a
challenge.
with a
Yeah,
photo.
a photography competition, but it's just you.
It's just me
All
competing
your
against
competing
me.
photo. You're just photos just to compete
Yeah.
against each other, and we're the judges. And we'll cover this next week. Come back to this. Make sure you remember this,
All right.
because I certainly will not.
I can guarantee you I won't either. Tell you that right now.
Just take a good photo. But we're off for a few weeks. We're gonna have a bit of a
Yep.
spell.
We'll
How many
be
weeks?
back 29th of November.
Yeah, it's about a month roughly.
Yeah.
29th of November.
Yep. We've got a forced break.
Yep.
We've
After
been working
70
too hard.
odd episodes in a row. Weekly episodes for 70 weeks. Not crying. I've just had something.
Yeah, all right.
All right, someone save me. What's next? All right, car sales is next.
You got a car sales.
I do. Now, what we went for here is just if I had an ultimate amount of money. This is my own car sales quiz, by the way, because a bit of a variety on what you can get out there.
Is it a $130,000 Triton by any chance?
No,
It actually is. Yeah, there's one
I'm
here.
yet to find that. But I found, so in Kalgoorlie on the weekend, this is what made me think about it. A lot of big trucks out there. Obviously, you're right on the edge of
Oh,
the
like
desert there.
pick up American trucks.
Pick up
kind of-
American trucks, like 1079 series I saw over the weekend. They all sound really nice. Obviously, a bit of mining money out there. They've all gone and done a little bit of engine work to them, I would have thought. But I've just put...
By the way, speaking of the 70 series, I drove the Troopy yesterday.
Oh, did you? Actually, speaking of another car
Sunday,
sales, what's the number on that?
The number?
Yeah, if I gave you a certain amount of money to take that off your hands,
Oh.
what are we looking at?
Phew.
Actually, don't you tell me off air, because otherwise people might start offering.
Yeah. Well, you'd be getting mates, right? So don't want to say that on there.
I'll take that.
That's good to know.
No, we'll talk about that. I just want to. I'm interested.
That's nice to know you guys are mates.
Yeah.
And
You would be
undisclosed
getting-
amount.
I won't be getting mates, right?
You're on car sales now. Anyway, I've pulled up. What are you going to go first, mate? Just what have you got there in line?
So are these all going to be American
These
sort of
are
style trucks?
two American trucks that I just saw the look of, and I love what they're about.
Okay.
And I haven't even read them. I've looked at them, and I've got surplus amount of money. We're going to start with the F250, a 2017 model. So it's done a few Ks, almost 200,000 Ks, but it's the turbo diesel because a lot of these big trucks are petrol. But I just have a look at that thing.
I don't mind the look of that.
That
looks
is
that
a
looks
neat
sick.
looking car. Now, what do you? The price? So it's in the corner. Don't look at the top right corner.
I haven't looked yet.
And what
At
do you think
the
the
top
price of that would be? 200,000 Ks. It's a 2017 model. It's the F250 with all that good stuff on it.
200,000 Ks.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. 200 grand?
Very nice. $189,000. That's good by you.
189. So that's the one that was 180 you guys were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Before we started.
189 grand for this.
Okay.
And this has had.
I thought it was going to be a different one.
This has
No,
had
this
work
is the
done.
one.
This has had work done. But I'm more going off the looks here, and I reckon that is
Extra large.
extra large.
Good number plate.
Great number plate.
Good number plate.
That would not
Jeez.
be my number plate, if you know what I mean.
If you got if you got rear-ended in that, you wouldn't feel it.
I reckon. Oh, yeah.
Not unless it's extra
I
large.
got, yeah. That's you'd feel that. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh dear.
All right, shit. Go to the next one.
So next, he's losing it behind.
Now, don't-
He's completely. Moreton's gone.
Now, don't look at the price tag of this one either, please, Ronnie. This is a 2023 Chevy Silverado,
Okay.
25,000 K. So it's fairly,
Yep.
fairly new. The 6.2 litre petrol, obviously the 8-cylinder. Again, I haven't read up on this thing. It's got a nice
Can
sort
you
of
can you buy these here or are they imported?
these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what do you mean?
Like are they imported by a third party and then they're converted?
Oh, these are here.
They're here, okay.
These are here.
Because that changes the price a lot.
Yeah, these are here. So this has got sort of a half box, half tray canopy setup. So
I love how you're confidently leaving the laptop open because I can't see for shit.
I didn't even think about that. Actually.
Well, I can't even see. All I can
you
see.
can't see that?
No, I can't.
Wow.
It's just smudge.
Fair enough then.
I think
I
I
didn't
think I
think
can
about
make
that.
out the first number. So it's about 160 grand or something.
Not bad. 185.
Oh, there you go.
So it's there as well.
Okay.
But it's called. They've said here that this truck is a truck with the lot. So it's got that custom alloy tray from Karara Trays.
Doesn't look like the lot though.
It doesn't look like a lot.
There's no bull bar. There's no roof rack.
Yeah,
There's no.
but I don't know. I actually like the
There's no
front end of those
spotlights.
without a bull bar.
Nah, I disagree with you.
You disagree with me?
Yeah, I disagree
You
with
can't.
Oh, well, I can.
No, you can't. Okay.
Oh, shit.
No, I reckon.
It's a nice looking truck, but it doesn't have the lot.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, for me, that's the lot. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
It's all in the back though. It's that
Everything
that
is in
there,
the back.
That there is. It's just everything's in the back.
Pull
Yeah.
out drawer from the rear.
Yeah. See, that for me is that I'd love that.
That thing's done leg day, and that's it.
Oh, right. No uppers.
No uppers.
Geez, that's usually the other way around, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
normally
It usually
you're wearing
is.
the trackies and the tight singlet, hide
Yeah.
the legs, but this is just a leg day ute for you.
That's generally me, actually.
It's a leg day ute. That's good.
It's a leg day.
That's good. Leg day ute.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
It's-
A little bit offended, boys, but this is oh, you're back on extra large, are you?
Something about it, mate.
You like that one?
It just looks
You
better.
like that?
It,
You like that?
Does that make a difference? Platinum? Is that like the higher version of this
I
car?
assume so.
Yeah, I think it is. I actually don't know a lot about these. I just saw. I love the look of them.
I have to say, for 200,000 Ks, it's pretty tidy. But geez, that's a lot of money for 200,000 Ks.
Yeah.
And how long do those motors last? I mean, it's a Ford. Look, I've owned so many Fords. Okay, no, but it's just because I'm just thinking, because you might
Backtracking.
anyone else who has a Ford. I used to be a massive Ford fan. I was like diehard Ford. It's got to be a Falcon. Every single Ford I've had, I had a problem with the motor on all of them except for the Ford Courier. That one, I only snapped the clutch cable, so that was great.
Well, not really what you want to be snapping, but
But yeah, they're not renowned for engine reliability.
yeah, that's true. Well,
So 200,000 Ks, that concerns me a bit.
so that's my car's at 182,000 Ks, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, so is Lauren, because I lent the car to Dad over the weekend to take it out to Kalgoorlie. He drove out and took a few people with him. And the day before they took off, Lauren was like, are you sure it's going to make it? And I was like, what do you mean?
Getting offended.
Like, it's getting up there Ks-wise. Are you sure it's going to make it? It's like, it's done 180,000 Ks. It'll be fine. She was not backing it in. So I took all like the little caps off the wheels and tightened all the wheel nuts and stuff like that, because I was like, shit, I haven't checked them in a while. And it's like, is this car going to fall apart on that out there? And what flap and my my little plastic cover over my sorry to keep you up, mate. My little cover over my battery box that I put in, that flapped off. So that's all I lost from that. So now I've got like this skinny Yeah,
I didn't want to
it
say,
was a full set of
Not
undies.
too
Now it's a
surprised
G-string.
by that.
yeah. I was going to say, I didn't want to say that there, but I'm not too surprised either.
Everyone that saw that laughed, and I was so proud of it.
Yeah. It's a
It
good
was
idea.
good, mate,
It's a
but
good
it was
idea.
No, it was not.
It was
good.
always going to come
It's
off.
all right. It was not good.
Just needed a bit of reinforcement.
Just a little bit of
Oh, a
reinforcement.
little bit, yeah.
I used some of that at our old place. We used to live in Tapping to cover the clothesline, and the first storm that came through just ripped it to shreds. It was gone.
All right, so you boys are taking the F250, and I'll take the Silverado.
No, I'll take neither. I'll walk.
He's not adding that to the fleet, mate. You can't tempt him.
I can't afford. Nah,
That's
I
fair
can't
enough.
justify that price.
No, that's fine. I like the look of them. I reckon they look awesome. That's just me. How long we been going?
You're a weird bloke, aren't you? 32
I
minutes.
feel like I'm not myself today, so it's not me. Anyway,
I would actually say you're better today, mate.
maybe some will argue that. All
Is
right,
that a West End plumbing hat?
it is.
Wow.
Go the Japanese.
Wow.
Yeah,
Look at
West
that.
End. I'm not a plumber,
No.
but
You'd
yeah.
know.
Jeremy McGovern, West End Plumbing,
If you need a toilet fit.
Oh.
and the Taco. My mate works for Gov.
Does he?
Yeah,
Oh, is he a plumber?
number one plumber in WA. He reckons the Tarks.
Oh,
He's a good plumber.
I thought my mate Steve was the number one plumber.
Oh, no. Looks like we're going to have to one of those classic plumber offs.
Who can show the most crack?
The plumber crack. All right, Ineos update. You've handed it back.
I have. Yeah, I handed it back. I had the last drive of it yesterday, actually. Yeah.
And what sort of moment was that for you?
It was funny, because I don't own the car, which made it a lot easier. But I was literally standing there with my morning coffee, looking out the window at the driveway of this car. I was like, gee, I'm going to be driving this back today. So, yeah.
So it's a car that you... Have we got the video? Here we go.
Oh,
Driving it into Ineos Grenadier.
I was doing laps past this place the other day, trying to find a park to go and check out the quartermaster, and I just couldn't get an easy park. And then I was like, oh, if I hang around long enough, maybe they'll give me
Surely
one.
they'll tell me. Do they not know me from the 4 Drive podcast? We'll play this.
this is it, boys. Handing the Grenadier back. It's a sad day, but the process, it's not too painful because it's not my car, remember? I know you guys think that this is all part of my fleet, but temporary part of my fleet. Will I miss this vehicle? 100% yes. I will miss it. But all good things come to an end.
I saw a tear come out of your eye there, Duggo.
No, I do want to know what they're going to do with it, though.
So they're going to sell it,
Yep.
but not until after the Perth 4-Drive show.
Okay.
So they're going to bring it to the Perth 4-Drive show.
Yeah, righto.
It was funny because the bloke I spoke to, he said, "Oh, you mentioned that you had someone that was pretty keen," but I said, "Oh, yeah, but I don't think, yeah." So a mate of mine was keen to buy it, but
Yeah.
he's not in that financial position.
Yeah, okay.
But
I thought you were talking about Duggo.
Actually, for a minute there, I thought you might have been.
Oh, well, I didn't even think that now. That would have been good. So the contract's coming.
Well, actually, one of my mates, we were talking about it over the weekend, and then just yesterday he sent me the Norweld one on car sales, because that's still up there, and I actually said that you just drop yours back in, and I was assuming that would go up eventually, at some stage. And will it go up as you sort of were driving it around, or will they strip the stuff off it?
No, so I wanted to leave everything on it. So I have put a little bit of coin in it, but not much.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff I was able to source. But I mean, I had people ask me, why do you take this off and sell it and take that off? It's like, nah. Like, I can't be bothered. One, I can't be bothered doing that on Gumtree and stuff. I don't have the time. Number two, I think you should stay in the car.
Yeah.
That's what the car's had. Why pull it off? So it's got the saddles on the side.
Yeah. And the point of difference for that one now is going to be that no other Ineos Grenadier on car sales that I can find is really kitted out just yet.
Yeah, and with those specific size tyres and all that.
Yeah, like that'll be a unique Grenadier because of what it's had done to it.
It's got a fair bit on it. Because it was a base model, and then it had like the few upgrades in it, like the extra switching, the lockers, the windows. Not everyone's a fan of the windows. When I dropped it off, there's a guy there who he works as a mechanic or manager or something there.
Yep.
And he's been talking about he wanted to get one. He was saying he didn't like the windows, but I was like, I reckon the windows are cool because it really highlights that cockpit thing there.
Yeah.
I like the windows, even though I cover them. It's just you feel like you're in like a military vehicle because you got that turret thing up there. It's got the roof racks on it. It's the back ladder upgrade.
Yeah.
It's got a fair bit on it. And the leather seats already upgraded. If you like leather, I'm not a fan of leather. And the winch, which I never actually had to use.
Yep.
Oh,
it's going to be
10,000 Ks.
It's going to be a good buy.
10,040 Ks. 10,000? 10,340.
And will it be on the Ineos stand?
Yeah, it will be.
At the show?
Yep.
Yeah,
it will
so
be
you can
there.
have a look at it there.
And also at the Perth show, I put my hand up and said, I'll be happy to come past and sit inside the car for half an hour a day because I get to sit down, and then just have a chat to people who are thinking about buying one to ask me any questions they want.
Yep.
Then I could just give them that honest feedback sitting in there.
The great thing about the Ineos too is I've actually done it. I've got it saved on here. Is you can go and like configure your own Grenadier. So you pick what sort of base you want.
Yeah.
And then it'll take you 20 minutes to get through it all. And you can pick exactly what you want on it and all the added extras that and it all adds up cost wise. But it's fun. It's like you build your own online and you can see it pretty much.
It sounds like the Apple website where you're building, you're building that your MacBook.
Yeah. Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
I haven't done that.
No, I sat there for months because it kept going up to 11,000.
Oh,
I was like, that's too much.
Get a Grenadier for that.
Far out.
Yeah.
I used to do it with like
editing,
footy boots or something. There's something.
Oh, yeah, you can customise your shoes.
Customise your shoes on. I didn't get them, but
that's
it was fun
dangerous
to
as well.
build them. But yeah, you can do that on here, and then you can download it and save it as like so.
That's the thing. It's just quite clever when they do that.
Oh, it's unreal.
It's also, I think it's also good marketing because it's like every time you go there, you're planting the seed. You always end up going back. Going, how can I make it a little bit cheaper but still cool?
Yeah, but I just don't think like, well, one. So for instance, with the Ford Ranger, there's not like you can't do that because there's only so many.
Can't you now though with the ARB integration?
You probably can like through ARB and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm more talking like. Through Ineos, there are so many different bits and pieces that you can add onto this vehicle. Like it's already that capable as it is. And this is not like we're not Ineos people. I'm not trying to sell, but I love the car because of that little bit of time we spent in it. I was just impressed with it. But then I also love like the marketing and the way they've set up their website because and what they've made available to add on to the car as well.
Yeah.
Like for already a capable car, there's so much more else you can do to it.
Yeah. No, I
Which is crazy.
totally agree. And like, if you're looking at a base model and you're wondering if you need the lockers or not, honestly, you probably wouldn't need the lockers.
Yeah.
If you need the lockers, you would know that you need the lockers, because you'd be like, yeah, well, I'm going to do a bit of fun weekend, hard stuff, take the hard line. Or I'm going to do this region, which I know can get a bit difficult, and a locker will definitely help.
Yep.
So otherwise this car does not need lockers. There was a situation, I don't really want to spoil it too much, but in the Pilbara, this is where I was talking about earlier. I had to drive both the cars up. I drove the Ineos up first, and I drove the 76 up after. And one of them needed to be twin locked. The other didn't.
Yeah, right.
And I was surprised either way, because I drove one before the other, and it's like, okay, yeah.
I
don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I know where you're going though. I reckon.
Would you go a base model, a trail master, or a field master?
I wouldn't go the field master, but like, I suppose you could argue.
I wouldn't either though.
Yeah, but then if you go one of the other, I'd go one of the other two, and then just add on all this stuff. So by the time you add on all this stuff, you probably, you know what I mean?
I think the trail master has most of the stuff on it.
Yeah, it would do. It's interesting when you go through it all. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember what I did. I do have it somewhere, but it ended up being quite hexy. So
yeah,
that's the thing. They are an expensive car.
Yeah,
but like it was the same. I got mine up to the price of a 300 series as a base, like a base 300 series. But I had this Grenadier with everything.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Well, like everything I needed.
Yeah,
and not actually way more than what I needed.
And that's why it'd be a tough choice for even like a pro Toyota person. So if I was faced with a 300 series and an Ineos Grenadier, like you said, you get all the fruit here, but not here. But you get the other things here.
Yeah. Well, you get like the Toyota.
You get that Toyota reliability, reputable. It's been around for so many years, and that's, if you didn't have that, it will kind of be a no-brainer to go. For most people, just go Ineos.
Yeah.
But it's just because they've been in the market for so freaking long.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing, but it's still a tough choice. Like,
yeah, I'd encourage people to go and have a drive of the Grenadier.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you buy for the city though.
Yeah.
Like if you were going to buy one for commuting and not using it off-road, nah.
Yep. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't buy a 300 either for that.
For that, yeah.
You want something zippy.
Yeah.
You want a townie. And then you want your off-roader. A townie.
Got me. Okay. No, we chatted about that last week. Was it like if tomorrow I was buying a car that I wanted to have for the next 10 years, and be my car that will do it all for the next 10 years, whether that be a family car, off-road car, drive daily, I picked the Grenadier.
Yeah.
I took out Land Cruiser because there's still, everyone knows about that for me.
Yeah.
But Grenadier was the one. I reckon that's the... For
Interesting.
me at the moment, that would be the pick of the bunch.
Okay.
Outside the Land Cruiser 70 Series, which is probably a less wise choice.
That's the interesting thing I'm working out at the moment is the Grenadier versus the 76, because that's what most people are going to compare it to.
Yep.
So how much cost would it take to get a 70 series to the same level as the Grenadier? That is the question. And there's averages, there's high, and there's also low price, right? So that's what I'm working on at the moment.
What are we getting a 76 2.8 litre for at the moment?
At the moment, I think they've gone up since I bought mine. So you're probably looking about 90 grand.
Brand new 90 grand?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you still got to,
add. There's some Ineos Grenadiers online on car sales that you could buy tomorrow for 90 grand. I think the
But to be fair, you got to compare new to new, right? Or second hand to second hand.
Yeah.
But then a second hand 70 series, some of them are worth more than a brand new because you don't have to wait.
Yeah,
that's
true.
the crazy
That's-
thing that happened.
Yeah.
When that chip factory burnt down and stuff, and
Yeah. So these have all got like
Crazy
these
world.
Grenadiers have got maybe that I'll get it up right now, but it might be a handful of kilometers on it. Yeah. So here's one here, 5,000 kilometers on it, and it's 89,990. So it'd be 95, 96 drive away.
is it a demo car or?
I don't know. It must be. Would it be? It's got the bull bar on it,
Locos.
roof racks. Like it's Like I'd be doing. There's the one though, the Norworld one. Oh, that's gone down in price. It's come down $6,000.
Duggo, you got a wedding. You got a fun.
Oh, there's another one with there's another one with a tray on it now.
Yeah,
What?
but imagine
That's
rocking
another
up to your
Norwell
wedding
tray.
in a Norwell tray Ineos. Imagine.
Jaden, this week, Duggo's definitely buying a Grenadier.
Oh, no,
There-
look,
there's-
at his
What was he
face.
buying last week?
Actually, it was a Grenadier as
2
well.
weeks in a row
So
on a
2 weeks in a
Grenadier.
row he's been
Oh
on a Grenadier.
wow, 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's sold.
And Lauren likes them.
Quartermaster.
I think she kind of liked the wagon. Jeez, there's two trays on it. Ooh.
He's
There's-
lost.
There's one. I just oiges.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, this is a. Yeah. No, that's not
No,
as
go on.
exciting as I thought.
You oid us, mate. Come on.
Oh, there's one with like a rooftop tent on it and stuff like that, which is there's not many. There's not many online yet with stuff on it, apart from the Grenadier like stuff.
So on the way to the Pilbara, I bumped into a guy who had a green Grenadier, and he'd seen a bit of the stuff from YouTube that I've done with the other Grenadier.
Yeah.
So we had a bit of a chat, and he'd done 30-something thousand Ks in his. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, right.
He was on his way to Exmouth, I believe. Yeah. So had it off-road. He had the rooftop and everything on. That's what reminded me of it. But the funny thing was, I had the roof cut one. So
Is that the one we know? Sorry.
the Mulgo. It looks like a Mulgo.
Is that the one of the show?
Last
year?
No, the one that was blue.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, where was I again?
Pull it together, mate.
Where was
Oh
I?
shit! Sorry to do that to you.
No, that's all right.
Out of that.
No, you were the guy with the blue troopery up north. He was heading to Exmouth. He saw your video
Oh
content.
no, not
With
the,
the
green Grenadier.
Green Grenadier.
The
sorry.
Grenadier.
The Grenadier.
The Grenadier. The Grenadier. There was a truckie there. I was filling up because with a Grenadier you got to fill up everywhere. So I was filling up. This truckie goes, "What is that? I've never seen one before, ever," right? And he's having a conversation with us, and then Chris took over the conversation, and then I went in and paid for the fuel, and then another one just drives straight past. This is a green one. It rocked up right behind him
really?
and drove around, and he's like, "I've never seen one before."
Now he's surrounded by them.
It's like two of them.
There's a fleet of Grenadiers.
Imagine he'd been off grid for a while, and all of a sudden there's just this like influx of like.
No, you can't stop seeing them.
What's happened to the world?
Mate, you go on honeymoon for a little while and you're going to come back. We're all going to have Grenadiers,
Yeah.
mate.
there is one a guy up the road from me. He's got one, and I don't know the bloke, but part of me is like,
No, you probably will soon.
well, when I've like walked the dogs past it a few times, part of me just wants to knock on his door and be like, mate, give us the rundown. Like, what are your thoughts? Because I know your thoughts, and I know, but I don't know. It'd be interesting just to hear his thoughts.
So
I'm not probably going to do that.
You should do it.
He's waiting for him to come out the front. That's what
Yeah.
he's waiting
I'll
for.
just
good content,
I'll
mate.
sit on the corner, and as soon as he comes past, I'll wave him down.
Yeah. What if he's a massive Eagles fan as well?
Oh,
And he's just like,
I might get a drive then.
Liam Duggan.
How's the Ranger?
Whoa.
All right, let's
He
go around.
could
the
be a
fire.
Freo fan too.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be free.
good backfire. All right, crank the fire. Thanks.
You like that?
It's a
I
bit
do
warm
like that.
today.
I do like that.
Yeah, you like that.
Good weather at the moment.
Good weather
in
at the moment.
Perth. Jeez, it's come good.
Oh, but how cold was it? Oh my God. So you know how I was saying, I was leaning into bushes, 33 degrees. I was in long pants, long shirt, because that's just what I do in the bush, snakes, etc. And then the girls both forgot their jumpers and jackets. So there goes my jacket, there goes my jumper. And then we ended up at my...
Dad of the year.
We ended up at my sister's place. She a farm out at Cadoo. And on the way that morning, it was pissing down here. You guys were getting smashed by the weather. Wasn't quite up there yet. About an hour out from getting to sister's place, it was pissing down, and it wasn't just cold. Like the last couple of days, freezing cold. Until yesterday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you and your sister's jackets?
In my brother-in-law's jumper.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey boys, love the podcast. Got a question for Duggo. Just wondering how a set of footy boots with the spikes and that would hold up in clay and bog and all that type of stuff when you're having to run winch line. Since he's the footy expert.
Yeah.
Love
so throwing a pair of footy, yeah.
That's
How would it
unique.
go?
Yeah, that is unique. So you're in the high country and you're running winch line and you're slipping over. How would the footy boots go? Well, I would be going straight to a pair of screw-ins. So it'd be...
The spikies.
Yeah, like the metal studs, which I don't think we're allowed to wear anymore, actually, in the AFL.
Yeah, because you're stepping each other's hands, right?
Yeah, because I think there's
Stephen
you can
Baker.
slice. Was it Stephen Baker?
Stephen Baker used to just like,
Throw him out.
yeah, oh, mate, step in people's hands, fucking.
Well, I think someone got cut
Fly kick him.
not that long ago by a pair of screw-ins, maybe.
Okay.
So you can wear screw-ins, but they have to be a different, like they're different.
Not metal.
Not metal. But I'd be going straight to a metal pair with 6 studs. Like rugby, you'd still wear them.
Do you reckon they'll be good, like in the mud though?
You'd probably... I reckon it might still be a bit too, like...
Slippy?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they might just get caked and then...
They would get caked too.
And then
they
the second step...
They do. Yeah, they do get
Okay.
caked. But it's going to be better than... It's going to be better than what
Yeah.
you wear.
Okay. So you're suggesting like muddies, you got to like rotate them fast. So you just got to do the road runner.
Yeah. Yeah. Just keep going. Don't let the mud stick. But I reckon, yeah, it would be...
I reckon
It
in
would
general...
be cool. You'd be the only bloke doing it. But then, actually, just maybe don't bring a pair of footy boots out because you'll be the bloke running the winch line every single time. You may not actually get to enjoy the whole spectacle of your mate slipping over because you'll be the bloke doing it the whole time with a pair of footy boots. But 100% screw-in boots would help on a slippery surface, especially on the footy field.
I reckon the only way to answer this question is for us to actually go out and do this.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend driving in them. That might be a bit hard. But yeah, there you
Hey, where's Duggo? He's probably still crying after that comment you made about the Triton. Don't worry, he loves a Ford Ranger. He's got a lot to learn. Yeah, that's the cop. My wife's laughing at me right now. She's next to me and she just slapped me on the leg. This is a Mahindra owner here. Anyway, coming back to that, I asked you, Ronnie, about your thoughts on the Mahindra, particularly the S11, which is what I purchased. I bought one because I knew that Roofy, he did over 1 million Ks in old Milo. And I thought, well, if he's got a Mahindra, man, it's got to be tough enough to last what he's going to put us through. So here's my suggestion, right? I know Magic Group lent you the Ineos. Have you seen the new Mahindra Global pickup? If you haven't, check it out on Google. Bring up the picture. They've brought out a concept model, which is apparently what I've been told from the developers is very close to what it's actually going to be like. And was released in South Africa about 12 months ago. And it should be here in about 1.5 years' time. Maybe hit up Magic Group and see if you can get a loan car and do a review for us. I'd be really interested.
Yeah.
The Mahindra Global pickup actually looks pretty nice.
It does look pretty nice. My thoughts on the Mahindra, well, first of all, let's digest the Roofy situation. Roofy, an absolute legend. I have a lot of respect for that guy. but let's also just keep in mind that he's probably at the latter part of his career, and I'd say he would have been paid handsomely well to drive the Mahindra. That's not to say it's not a good car, though. I spoke to a chap in Sydney, and he spoke to me for quite a while about his Mahindra, and he had some good things to say about it. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad car. I know that the perception it has, because India's not known for making cars. They're known for making a lot of other cool stuff, but not necessarily cars. So that's where I guess it's a bit like the Ineos situation. Like, it hasn't been around for that long, so people need to build trust in it. But I think the Mahindra's got that extra layer of, like, it's not seen as even being a option or contender for a lot of people. So yeah, I would actually be interested to test drive one and try it out.
Big fan of the look.
Yeah. So test drive one is probably something I could do in a quick turnaround, but to drive one for a while, there's something else that might be on the horizon before that. So stay tuned. But I don't know.
Guys.
I think
Love
it would be
the
good.
potty. Got a question for Ronnie and Jaden here. Sorry, Lamb, mate. You'll get there one day. I've got a 2012 76 series, and I just did a month up the East Coast, and getting back, I've had to take another week off work because my back's stiffer than the bloody fuel prices at the moment. And I guess my question is, what are your top 5 cabin comforts or creature comforts, you'd say? Cheers.
Aha. Well, I'll take the first one. Jaden, you can take the second one.
Oh, you want to alternate?
Yeah. The first one has to be the armrest.
That was mine.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
The one stone.
Or any armrest.
No, not the one stone.
No.
We don't want to encourage drinking.
Ronnie
while
Dale's got
driving.
his own. His own armrest.
Ronnie Dale does it.
The Dale armrest.
That armrest. That will give you comfort. What would your second one be?
I would say like a cup holder. I've got like a couple cup holders in the middle because they don't have cup holders.
Yeah. Well, you got the workmate.
Yeah.
So
I've got the workmate.
And then also the newer model has the auto has the 2 cup holders.
Does it?
Yeah, actually, it's got 3 cup holders. The passenger door has one too.
Disregard. That's mine. That was mine because I've got no cup holders.
Yeah, but for most 70s, that is the situation.
There you go.
So I guess a center console.
Yeah. So I've got the center. I've got like a Dometic center console that's a fridge with a couple cup holders and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Cooler.
Bringing it up to the same height as the other side.
Yeah.
So you get that.
Yeah.
Because so you can cruise down the highway.
Yep. Equal.
Yeah. Well,
Personally, I like mine a little bit lower.
A little bit lower? Okay. So you can sort of lean a little bit?
Oh, just drop the arm down so it's nice.
Okay. The other thing I'll say is the testicle cooler, make an adjustment to that so it's in the right position. You've got one in your car.
Yeah.
The what?
I don't put it. You're right.
The crutch cooler.
I don't put it on the testes though.
Do you?
No.
What are we talking about?
Nice and cool. For a long drive, you're sitting there for 1,600 Ks.
You want your Ranger, mate.
The 70s have a crutch cooler. No. Yeah, there's a vent under, so you get the steering wheel, and then there's a bottom vent, and that one, you adjust it, and it cools your crutch area.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this hasn't been, you haven't really given a whole lot yet to this fella.
Well, it's
about comfort. You've given
it's a 70. You can't really
an armrest and cup holders, which I don't think are going to help you.
Hey,
with
this
comfort.
is personal opinion, mate. This is personal opinion, okay?
Something to make better for his back. I don't know how a cup holder's going to help his back.
Oh yeah, he's back. Yeah, we didn't think about that. So
did you change your seats?
Not in this one. I'm going to use them until they flog out because the seats aren't too bad.
Yeah.
But what I will say, if your back is stiffer than the fuel prices at the moment, I'll say a chair with good lumbar support. If you can splurge a bit of cash for a chair with good lumbar support, that would be the number one thing for you. after the armrest.
Yep.
Because, I mean, there's many options of chairs out there. Just get one that has really good lumbar support. Now, two that have lumbar support that I know of, you got Schulman and you got Stratos. Now, they're vastly different in price. The Stratos is like more like air reliant for the lumbar support. The Schulman is more mechanical for that. So either one will work. But there's other options too. There's other chairs out there.
Yeah, there's other chairs out there.
Yeah. But I don't think we can give you 5 because... Oh, actually, yeah. Do you know those skinny wind deflectors on the outside of your window?
Yeah.
You can have the window down a bit.
Yeah, I don't have those.
They're worth having though.
But yeah.
Especially when it rains, you just want a bit of air in. You got the workmates. You got the flippy thing on the front door? No, you don't because you got the 76.
Yeah.
That's the troopy thing. The 79 thing. Can you think of anything?
I can't think of any other like creature comforts that I've got in the front. It's pretty stock standard.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you've really helped him out. So to help you back, mate, just put the testy cooler on, get an armrest, and some cup holders. That'll be all you need.
And if your back is as stiff as the fuel prices at the moment, upgrade your seat.
Yeah, that fits the bill. That's actually what he's asking.
He was asking what comforts we've got, mate. This is
Yeah, no.
it was not specific. He
The
just said
creature
his back
comforts.
sore.
Yeah, he did say his back was sore, but they are creature comforts.
Leave us alone, mate. We just like talking about our accessories in the 76.
I would struggle. I reckon I would struggle going from like a Ford Ranger, where I don't need to add any creature comforts except the for your armrest, Ronnie. Which that actually is part of my. That's in my car.
It's part of a lot of people's cars. Yeah.
And
I've
but
got two.
I would struggle going from like the range. Like there's everything in there already, and it's
Yeah.
comfy, and you don't have to touch it. And you can adjust the lumbar support in the seat to
You can
hollow out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Must be nice, mate.
No, it is.
You can't
Must
even,
be nice.
you can't even do that in a Hilux.
Oh, the Ranger though, just cut above, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but then also a cut below the Triton.
the thing is,
Yeah, true.
when you have to wait for the tow truck, it's nice to be comfortable. So.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's good.
We got any others?
That's good. We got no more. We got no more voice messages. That was
No
3,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, that was 3.
We do have an email though,
Oh,
and it is a little bit of a long one, so
taking it old school.
hopefully we can keep you here for a little bit longer.
All right. So yeah, get your race calling voice out.
Yep.
Really fast.
Don't know if I can do that. But get comfortable, boys, because this goes on for about 30 minutes. Hi,
Adjust your seat.
this is from Aaron. Aaron. Hi, sorry this is a long email, but I'm suffering some decision paralysis. I'm currently in the process of changing my four-wheel drive camping setup. Current vehicle is a 200 series Land Cruiser with a rooftop tent and a 270-degree awning. It has mainly been used for long weekends away and the occasional 5 to 8 week remote touring trip with a focus on staying off the blacktop as much as possible. It has been a good combo, but I'm sick of the access issues that come with a wagon and all the excess weight on the roof. Also, after 6 years of this setup, I just want to change. We really value a quick setup time when it comes to camping and rarely camp more than 2 days in the same place. The RRT worked well for us and was the driving force behind the decision to go to a lighter weight slide on camper for the next setup. Not yet, Ronnie. We don't have kids or animals, so we're looking to buy a new super/extra cab ute and going for a slide on a camper. Jackson's Carry Me camper. Double cab utes are out due to the rear axle overhang, and I'm not interested in the American pickup trucks. Sorry, Duggo. Unfortunately, extra cab utes means semi-poverty spec interiors, but there's no avoiding that. I'm not a fan of the D-Max, BT50 or Navara, so I've been looking at a Ranger and a Hilux as the main contenders. Didn't mention the Triton there at all. Rude. In order to get the highest interior spec possible, both the Ranger and Hilux options come with a ute tub, so the cost of converting to a tray is built into the budget already. The reason I'm having decision paralysis is the new Ranger only comes with the 2-litre bi-turbo in super cab models, and XLT is the highest spec. The main drawback I have concerns over is how stressed the engine and trans is before adding all the extra weight of accessories and a slide-on camper. The Hilux in SR5 spec seems like the best fit, but the current model is really long in the tooth and no cost savings are to be had when comparing it to the Ranger. There's no real solid info about the release date of the next gen Hilux model either, so I'm unsure if I should wait for its release or not. The elephant in the room is the new 2.8 litre 79 series, but it's really stretching the budget. That's the auto one as well. I'm also conscious that more needs to be spent to sort out the 79 series shortcomings in addition to the difference in purchase price. So, do I bite the bullet and buy the current model Hilux, or do I wait for the new model? Or is it worth taking the risk on the Ranger? The 79 series is tempting, but it also feels like it adds another layer of costs, which are hard to justify. Interested in your thoughts. Thanks, Aaron. Did we get all that?
Yes. So knowing what he wants to do, I was prepared to even suggest the 79 single cab before he even mentioned it, because as soon as he mentioned the engine and load, what they've done to this other one is probably going to handle it better with the cooling, with the transmission cooling, handling the 33-inch tyres, because going by that, he's not going to be driving 35s. To sort out the shortcomings of the 79, all you really have to do is go a 0 offset on the front and a negative 25 on the back if you don't want to go to negative 50. That should keep it within legal limits, double check, because you are half negating the problem of the wheel track. It'll handle the load better. It's set up to carry the load better. You won't have to upgrade the suspension as much as you will on the Hilux or the Ranger. Both of those would cost a decent amount to do the suspension on. But yes, you are already paying more for the 79. That's what I would do. And if you're choosing between the Hilux and the Ranger, if you're comfortable and you feel that the Ranger is going to be reliable, then the Ranger is probably going to be the more affordable option for you. And yeah, what do you think, Duggo?
I'm just looking at the Jackson's Carry Me camper, and
they're quite big.
They're quite big and bulky, but they look awesome. They look grouse, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't had an issue with my Ranger.
Yep.
But I know this is cut out for different. This is going to be cut out for much different work.
8 weeks off grid.
Yeah, and carrying a decent load. I'm not actually in any position to offer advice on what choice to make there, but I do feel like your points around the 79 are pretty valid, and I know you're going to be spending, but the risky run as well is you set the 79 up and spend what you got to spend on it, and you're going to be laughing probably for the rest of time. Whereas you bite the bullet and do a Ranger or a Hilux, and then you end up, it doesn't quite go to plan for you, and you pay more to fix it. I'm not saying it will go wrong; it probably won't, but
yeah,
where do you sit on that as well?
I just think the reliability and the robustness of the solid running gear on the Lang Cruiser rather than Hilux or Ranger is just, it's built in Japan. It's made for that type of stuff. I mean, there's a reason why the mines are after these things.
Yeah. Again, I'm not one.
Yeah.
I can't offer advice on this really because I've never done anything like that.
How long did he want to keep it for? He had like a timeline in there. He had the 200 for 8 years. Was it 8 years? 5 years.
6 years on the 200.
Yeah. See, the 79, I mean, you can upgrade it over time as well. And that rear axle will be able to handle it more so than... I just think it will be set up better for it. And it'll have less overhang on the back. It'll be in the right position over the wheel as well because, it's not an extra cab, it's a single cab. But if you want an extra cab, then you get a little bit more room in the back, and you can only do that with a Ranger and a Hilux.
Yeah. So if he decides against the 79 because it's just too expensive
or too small in the cab,
what are you out of the Hilux and the Ranger?
I would go towards the Hilux because I know the Hilux.
Yeah.
That's my personal preference.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think either car would do it.
Yeah.
Either car will do it.
It would be, I'm sure he's done this, but like the list of the pros and cons for each.
Yeah.
You know, see where it all sits. So I'm sure he's doing it, and probably wanted more of an answer from us. But
you can tell he's leaning more towards the Toyota brand. But he's recognising that it's costs a lot more than what you can get the Ranger for.
Yeah.
So resale value should also be considered. The Hilux will hold resale. The 79 will hold the resale value even better.
Yep.
It's just the cooling and efficiency on that 4-cylinder it's the same motor as a Hilux, but it's refined. It's water to air. Air to water. Yeah.
Like the camper though.
Do you buy the current Hilux or wait for the new model?
I would be reluctant to do all that to a brand new model that hasn't been, especially Series 1. It's like buying the first ever 300 series, first ever 200 series, and then doing stuff to it. I think that's a bigger risk. I think it'd be safer to take the Ranger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
agree.
I'll probably feel more comfortable doing that because you just don't know.
Yeah.
You need to work that out first. It's like when the new Prado comes out. That's a 48 volt powertrain as well. 48 volt assisted like the Hilux. The new Hilux that's coming out. No one really knows what it's going to look like. I reckon it could be a cool thing, but again, you want to wait till we get to the next series to do all that to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
There you go, boys. Done.
Beautiful.
Made it through, Duggo.
We got there. How long? Geez, it would have been a while.
An hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, hopefully Aaron has got something with that. We put together a fairly decent podcast there for the first time back in 5 weeks, I reckon.
Pretty good, wasn't it?
How many episodes in are we?
71.
Oh, and we just did 71 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, nice.
Quick end at 72.
Oh,
No, but this is episode 72.
No, it's 71.
no,
Flattening,
we may as
isn't
well go for another 71 then. Not the Hunt and Brew,
Not
mate.
the Hunt and Brew.
I'm sorry.
All right,
No, it's fine. We're
let's
not
wrap it up.
sponsored by them, so-
Ronnie, Jaden, been a pleasure. Back together once again. Four-Wheel Drive Podcast. Music by the Southern River Band, Let It Ride. Four-Wheel Drive Podcast on Instagram. All episodes over at BackChat's YouTube. Patrons, stick around. We'll be chatting to you in just a moment. And merchant voice messages, keep bringing them in. Get your T-shirts. BackChatStudios.com.au.
And happy Friday from a Tuesday. Yeah.